You guys all know our little boy Maverick. He's just over 2 years old now. He was born back in September of 2020 during all of the massive stuff that was going on with COVID. It was not that we knew anything different at the time because he was our first kid, but the whole hospital and visitor experience was completely different than we had ever expected. Fast forward 6 or 8 months, we had had so much fun with him. He's the most happy and energetic and make anybody smile kind of a kid. But around that time, Marcy and I started to get a little bit concerned with one of his eyes. We noticed that one of his eyes wouldn't follow as he was looking, like it wouldn't track. It would go kind of cross-eyed. And it started to concern us, and we started talking with the pediatrician about it as soon as we first started noticing it. But he said, hey, don't worry about it. A lot of kids have this, and he will likely grow out of it. So just a couple of months later, without anything really changing, it didn't really necessarily get worse, but it was not getting any better. We went to a new pediatrician who said that we needed to go see an eye doctor and see if we can figure out what is happening with his eye. But during this time is when we were moving across state lines, having to find yet another pediatrician and another eye doctor because we were moving from Texas to Oklahoma. And so it went a couple of more months before we could get everything kind of settled down and figured out and find that new doctor and eye doctor for Maverick.
So in January of 2022, I took Maverick to his first eye appointment. I was really nervous that something was going to be horribly wrong and that it would be my fault because Crandall has perfect vision and I do not. During his appointment, they told me that Maverick was going to need glasses, but there wasn't really anything that they could do at the time because he was too young and he couldn't answer the simple questions of, does this look better? Is this better? Or is this? We put Maverick in a +1 prescription and they told us to have him wear his glasses as often as he could and to see them back in a year. Fast forward to January of 2023, we had just welcomed twin babies into our lives. Having our family on YouTube and Facebook has been a great experience for us, but also we've had to deal with some negativity about Maverick's eyes, which for me has been really hard knowing that I'm the reason that he has those bad eyes. So I immediately scheduled another appointment at his year mark, and the day of his appointment came and they canceled it because of the winter storm. But then Allison, my sister-in-law, told me that she took her son Calvin to a pediatric eye doctor in Oklahoma City. I then booked an appointment because why not go to a pediatric eye doctor? Way better than just a normal eye doctor. Somebody who knows how to deal with kids. So yesterday I was able to take Maverick to his appointment and it was not at all what we were expecting. Guys, we have waited a long time for this video. Maverick, where are you going? Oh yeah, we're going to Coco's house. But where else are we going? The doctors? And what do you get to look through at the doctors? Knockers. So Maverick is headed to the eye doctor today. We're going up to a pediatric specialist, and in order to get him ready, we've been telling him he loves his binoculars. And you know how the eye things are kind of like binoculars there? We've been telling him that he gets to look through knockers, that's what he calls them, at the eye doctors today. So we are headed up there. I have all the boys with me. Crandall is, I don't know what he's doing. We've never even talked about it. He's just staying home. My sister-in-law Allison, who is married to Coco, who is Colton, is watching the twins while Maverick and I go to the doctor's. Are those your glasses? Here, put them on and see if you can see what it is. Here, put your glasses on. So close. What color are your eyes?
Green.
I think they're blue.
Nope.
No, they're green. Like your hat. Can you put your hat on for everybody?
Nope.
Oh, you want Mom to wear your hat? He looks just like, I was sitting there holding him, and he looks so much like his dad, like with his hat hair and everything. I mean, look at it. That's like Crandall's hair, just blonde, huh, bud? So they did all of his initial stuff. They had him look at a screen. from right here and had him say like what the pictures were, and there was a duck, a tractor, a birthday cake, but like they're not like super clear that that's what they are, and so we had to go through and tell him what they were and then let him try. So like they switched up the order just because it was like he didn't really know, like he knows what cake is, but it doesn't, he's never seen like pictures of cake like that, or like the tractor that they had didn't really look like a tractor. So I'm really grateful that we decided to take him into pediatric specialist, somebody that could take care of his needs, interact with him the way that he needed to be interacted.
Yeah, just not a normal eye doctor.
Yeah. So one of the things that I was most shocked about is to learn that Maverick doesn't actually have a lazy eye. It's like mic drop. Everybody told us that he did, but he doesn't. He actually has what's called an eye turn, which is treated very, very differently than a lazy eye is.
So one of the hard things about sharing our life with you guys on social media, but not only that, but you know, running into people in the store or our friends or our family is, one, everybody has opinion, and two, everybody thinks that they're a doctor.
Yeah.
And
most people comment about it too.
Yeah, no, it's true. And not only that, but we also have received, you know, negative, hateful comments about it, which there's just absolutely no room for that. And it blows my mind that people would say some of the things that they have.
Well, and it's not even just the negative comments that they have, but they start to question whether or not we take care of our children. And the answer is yes. Like, we've done everything that we can to help him have the best eyesight that he can.
Yeah. So it is really good news that he does not have a lazy eye, but that he has the eye turn. I'm not sure exactly what that means because I was not at the doctor's appointment. But basically, it's something, if I understand right, that we can train. Like, he can retrain his eye.
What our doctor told us is that it's actually really his inner ear where the problem stems from. And your inner ear, if you don't know, is what helps you balance. And so Maverick is going to undergo what they call inner ear therapy. And that consists of activities throughout the day, every single day that last about 30 minutes. And we're going to do these activities together to help him gain better balance. Which to me, I think about is kind of crazy because have you guys seen Maverick ride his bike?
Yeah.
The kid's balance is amazing. But then when I started to do these first day of exercises with him, I noticed that it was a little bit hard for him to do certain things that I just never
noticed before.
Look for. Yeah. Maverick is left eye dominant, and so he's also left-handed, which means pretty much anytime he does something, it's with the left side of his body first. We had him do one activity where he rolls on the ground like a log, and he doesn't
only want to go one way.
Yeah, and he struggled to turn right side first, and that was, I didn't even know that was a thing.
So it's kind of interesting, you know, it's once you learn something and you know about it, then you know what, I guess you just know what to look for, right?
Yeah.
And so with all of the activities, and we'll show you guys a little bit of this so you kind of have a better understanding of what we're talking about. But you'll watch, he's dominant on that left side with everything, with jumping, with doing the frog, with rolling. And if he goes the other way, like I noticed on his turning, he would turn and his body would kind of, you know, like he would veer off. He couldn't roll in a straight line. But when he went right, or he rolled the opposite way. Left.
Rolled left.
Yeah, when he rolled left, it was like way worse. So like his coordination was off.
Backwards.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I thought you were going to say it was way better.
No, he rolled good to the left, but when he went right, it was worse. So throughout this experience, we've learned two things. The first being that we need to let our kids develop and grow and mature on their own, but be sure that we give them the resources and the ability to do that and to be able to grow and to develop.
And number two, we have to be present with our kids wherever they are. These years for children are so short, and if we blink, basically, we've missed it. And so being in the moment, being present is what's important for us, and loving him unconditionally.
Yeah, who knows? You know, maybe what we're doing doesn't fix anything, and 10 years from now, he still has the same issue. But that doesn't change the way that we can see him and the way that we feel and the way that we love him. We don't know what's to come, you guys. I mean, we're along on this journey. Hopefully you guys are following us along on this journey because we do love sharing it with you, love sharing our life and our experiences and those things that are going on with us. This is obviously a big, big part of our life. I mean, Maverick is one of our babies, and we want to do everything that we can to help him be successful in the future and to have the best life possible. So thanks you guys for joining with us, and we'll see you guys on the next one.